Okay, welcome everyone. Today is March 24th, and this is the Let's Talk Tough Tech community meeting. Yeah, we discussed briefly a logistics scheduling topic and the real topic that we have in the agenda from Gage. Gage, if you want to start.
So this was just something as I was putting together some user stories about multiple software stacks. I know Thoth Advise allows you to um, use a count variable or count parameter to give you multiple stacks that it recommends or multiple top stacks it recommends. And you could, I don't know if there is a way, but also to multiple different environments running in one advice. Now, would this, I guess two questions. A, do people actually return multiple stacks? Or if so, would this be a feature that people would want to use to sort of compare in the UI? So for example, if I have 2 or 4 recommended stacks from Thoth, I want to see which one's the best. Maybe this is not just an average user, but maybe like a super user might want to look at this and see, like, oh, let me choose which one's the best. Or same thing with environments. Like, oh, this is a different levels of computational power environments, and I want to compare what Thoth recommends for each one in the same sort of view. What do people think about that, I guess?
So for the count parameter, the deployment, I don't think deployment accepts count parameter. It always gives you back one software stack, right? Is there a count on endpoints?
There's a count on user API. I've never used it, so I don't know if it actually does return multiple. But
okay, then it's worth to check if that's propagated. But as far as I remember, we should always return one resolved log file. And the comparison that you said, like comparing two stacks, that's what Advisor does under the hood. So when it computes recommendations, it computes multiple possible resolutions, and it will give you, if count is equal to 1, it will give you the most scored, the best one. So that's at least how I remember configuration of deployment.
So there's never a reason that a user might want to use the second or third best? Okay.
I don't think so. It was for experimental purposes, like if you want to, or in a dependency monkey scenario, when you want to really resolve multiple log files.
Okay, well that makes sense. But how about for multiple software stacks that are based on different runtime environments? So maybe like one with CUDA, one without.
So we wanted to do also comparison on runtime environments and suggests, okay, let's use UPI 8 or let's use Fedora. I don't think like right now we don't do that at all. We could try experimenting with this and see where we get. But on the backend side, it will require to run multiple advisors, like multiple recommendations, and the one that, because runtime environment is specific for advisor run, right? So it's a matter of configuring how backend resolves these dependencies and reports back best one.
Okay.
So we could start experimenting with this idea, but I'm not sure how good it will be, because we have multiple runtime environments when it comes to like operating system, and we have multiple container images that can be used, and running advisor for each one. Sorry, could be resource expensive. So right now, what we
Right.
do, we say consider using these base images around an environment.
Okay. Yeah, this just came up because I was looking at some of the different configurations you can do with this Thamos CLI. For example, there's the having different runtime environments in a file or in a I don't know what this file is called, but in the Thoth.yaml file, you can have multiple runtime environments, but then you only run it for one. I don't know if there's a way to run it for all of them, because like you said, an advise will only return one runtime environment.
Yes. You can explicitly specify runtime environment on command line and say it's not very user friendly, but it's probably how we can do these things.
Okay. All right.
And it might be a good idea to scope a use case when this would be valuable, so we can invest time to it.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll start there. Thanks.
Good. Sorry, I didn't take notes on this. Actually, Gage, if you don't mind adding a quick note here, I would appreciate that.
I'll fill it out.
Thank you. Okay. Anything else?
I can pick up another topic.
Sure.
I'll mention that in the notes in just a second. So there was this task which we were doing of updating prescription refresh job with new token. I took a look at the prescription refresh jobs spec, and I saw that it's using it's using a method where it can take in both a user account token and a app account token. Based on that, there is a default value, and then there is a preference order based on which it will take or get the tokens. So we have Sashita source ops user account, and we also have a existing Cavehat with Q account, which is not being used. Currently, the app was using the Cavehat account, which is being shared between prescription refugee and Cavehat itself. So that's the reason we wanted to change this. So is there any preference in the way we should go for this? We have both of them. Which one should we enable it on? And I checked on the rate limit. Both user and app account tokens both have 5,000 rate limit per hour. So it's pretty much the same. So which one would we prefer? If no preference, we can try it out and then check based on that.
Can you maybe repeat that on the rate limits for me?
So the GitHub app token, it also has 5,000 rate limit per hour, based on if there's less than 20 people in an org, but if it's more, then it goes up above that. But at least this one, we don't have 20 people, and the same for user personal access token. It's also 5,000. So the question here was like which should prefer. We have both of them available. So this was for an application.
So I think there are two things in there to unpack. The GitHub application token is scoped to each organization specifically, to each installation specifically, so that's more secured. in a way that you're not, even if the token leaks, it leaks just for that particular installation, particular organization, which is good. The other thing, the GitHub application token scales with the organization. So if you have a bigger organization with more people in it, the rate limit scales with the folks in the organization up to, I think, 15,000 or something like that, or 12,000, which I think is good. Again, advantage there. And also each installation token is independent in the rate limits. So if you have multiple installation of your application, each of the installation gets their token, and that has its own rate limit, right? So you're basically scaling better with the GitHub app tokens, I think.
Thanks for those pointers. I think it's a good reason. We do have Kebehead queue. Let's try that out and check based on this. Thanks. Oh.
Okay. Anything else on the topic or any other topic? No? Okay, then thank you very much. I'll stop the recording now.